Welcome to another Pilates. Got a new workout today, a couple of new exercises, so you just have to bear with me. Some of them are new, so I apologise in advance if you hear me cursing. Just a couple of things for those people that haven't joined us before. Obviously, it is a workout, not a rehab session. So we should be feeling those muscles working. We don't want to be feeling any pain. Obviously, if you do feel any pain, just stop what you're doing immediately. Either go back to one of the exercises that did feel more comfortable or wait till the next one. Obviously, we've got a couple of spinal positions. So anytime that we have our feet down on the ground, just say to refer to that as your neutral spine position. So you don't need to do anything. You've just got a natural arch in your lower back. Anytime we bring those feet up into the air, I'll say to imprint your spine. So just try and draw those stomach muscles into the ground, just so we protect that lower back. Also, I'll start at the beginning of each exercise to activate your T-zone. So just imagine an imaginary T-bone from hip bone to hip bone, that horizontal line there are deep abdominal muscles, and then a vertical line running up from that pubic bone to meet that horizontal line. There our deep pelvic floor muscles. So just try and think about drawing up, in, and then sucking all of that in. And I usually refer to that just as stopping yourself from going to the toilet. Obviously, just remember to breathe. So inhale through our nose, exhale through our mouth. Otherwise, we'll get into it. I'm already going to prepare myself. I think it's going to get hot anyway. So, rightio. So we'll start lying down on our back. Okay, so the first one's just going to be our lift foot. So lying down our back, knees are bent, feet hip distance apart, hands just relaxing down by side. The first one, we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting one foot. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale, lifting that other foot. Inhale, coming back down. So just alternating feet, one at a time. Nice, easy one to begin with. Okay, getting into that nice breathing pattern. So inhaling through our nose as we lower that foot down. Exhaling through our mouth as we're lifting that foot up. Thinking about keeping that T-zone engaged. So as I said, drawing up from that pelvic floor, in from those hips, and then taking all of that in. Or as I said, thinking about stopping yourself from going to the toilet. Just trying to get into that mindset of always trying to keep it engaged. And then that nice breathing pattern. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and down. Right, we're going to bring those feet up into the air, so we want to imprint that spine. Our next one's going to be our toe taps. So just where we tap those toes down one at a time. Okay, so feet are in tabletop, imprinted spine. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, tapping one toe down. Inhale, coming back in. Exhale, tapping that other toe. Inhale, back in. So just alternating feet. Lightly tapping those toes down onto the ground. Okay, so easier option here. We can tap those toes closer towards the bottom, or otherwise if you want to make it harder, we can tap away a little bit further, or obviously more advanced option if you want, you can tap both feet down at the same time. Okay, so only extend them out as far as feels comfortable. Okay, so either single legs or double legs, lightly tapping those toes down on the ground. We don't want to be resting those feet. Really starting to think about engaging that core. We've got less than 10 seconds left. That's it. See if you can do the last couple, both feet. And last one. And coming back. Stay in that same position. This time we're going to bring our hands up towards the ceiling and move into our hundreds preparation. So imprint that spine again. Draw those shoulders down and back, chins tucked in. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone. And exhale, curling up, feet up towards the sky. Hands past those hips. Inhale, back down. Exhale as we curl up. Inhale as we come back down. Okay. So nice little abdominal curl. Really reaching those hands past those hips, curling up, reaching those shoulders up off the ground, extending those feet straight up towards the ceiling, eyes looking towards those legs, Obviously, easier option here, we don't have to curl up quite so high. Our hands don't have to come past those hips quite so far. Otherwise, if you want to make it a little bit harder, see if we can curl up higher. Rather than extending those legs straight up towards the ceiling, we can extend them out on a little bit of an angle. We've got less than 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and down. Slowly lowering those feet down. Bring those elbows out wide, hands behind our head. We're going to go into our oblique curl. So option 1, we'll start off with our feet on the ground. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, curling up, reaching opposite elbow, opposite knee, and inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we come up, inhale as we come back down. So really trying to think about keeping those elbows out nice and wide. Okay, making sure we're using those abdominals to help curl us up. We're not pulling that head up with those hands. Okay, if you've done this a couple of times, if you want, you can come up with those feet up in tabletop position. Just make sure you imprint that spine. Okay, so you can choose either feet down on the ground or feet up in tabletop position. Either way, we're moving into those oblique curls. So reaching up, opposite elbow, opposite knee, engaging that core. That's it. We've got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and slowly come down. Plant those feet down, just have them separated apart a bit. This time our hands are going to come up. We're going to do the same thing, but as we curl up, we're going to reach one hand in between the legs, the other hand on the other side of the legs. Okay, so it's like an oblique curl, but we're popping those hands in between the gaps of those legs. So shoulders down and back, chin tucked in. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale as we curl up, reach those hands. Inhale as we come back down. Exhale as we curl up. Inhale, coming back down. So one hand comes through the gap between those legs. The other hand comes on the other side of that leg that we're curling up with. So just try and helps us really curl up, reaching those hands past those hips. So nice big exhale as we curl up. Inhale as we return back down to the center. Obviously, easier option, just don't curl up quite so high. Otherwise, if we want to make it harder, see if we can curl up a little bit higher. Really engage that core. Last one. And slowly coming down. Right, our next new one is called our hundreds to leg preparation. Okay, so we're going to come back up into tabletop position, so imprint that spine. We're going to curl up, okay, then we're going to stay there and lower up and down for 3 counts. Okay, so starting the start position, so imprint that spine, feet in tabletop, hands up towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone. Exhale, curl up and lower those legs down. 1, 2, 3, and coming back to restart. Curling up, extend those legs, lower down for 3 counts, while keeping those shoulders up off the ground, and return back. So should be really starting to feel that core engage as we extend those legs nice and long. That's it. Last couple. See if we can extend those legs down a little bit lower towards the ground. Let's do one more. 3, 2, 1, and coming up. Rightio, last one for our abs. Okay, it's a new one as well. It's called helicopter. Okay, so it's where we're going to extend those legs down, and then we're going to circle around if we don't have a table in the way. So feet come up. So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone, extend those legs up and down, and then circle out and around. Extend, extend, circle around. So it's like a big scissor kick, 2 big scissor kicks, and then we circle out and around back to the side. So each time you should be extending that other leg out towards the side, 2 scissor kicks, circle out and around. That's it. And then you can return back down to the ground, have a quick rest, okay, and then reset. So inhale, activate that T-zone, extend those legs. Inhale as you circle out and around. Exhale on the extend. Inhale on the circle, whether you do 2 or 3, and then stop and reset. Anyway, that's the time anyway, thank God. Rightio, we're going to come down onto our stomach now. We'll give those abs a bit of a break. So coming down to our stomach, our first one's going to be our Swan Preparation. So popping those hands down next to our head. So it's just to warm up those back muscles. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, draw those shoulders back, and slowly lifting up that chest, pushing down through those hands. Inhale, slowly coming back down, okay? Inhale, activate that T-zone, draw those shoulder blades back, and pushing up, and slowly coming back down. So I really want you to think about just before we lift up, draw those shoulder blades down and back, and then start lifting up through that chest, and slowly coming down. Shoulder blades down and back, pushing up, opening up that chest. That's it. Obviously, easier option, just don't come up quite so high. Okay, just an easy one, just to start warming up those shoulders and in those back muscles. And coming down. Rightio, pop those hands down by side. Next one's going to be our flight. So option 1, our head can be on the ground. Option 2, that head's up. I'm just going to turn those palms ceiling to floor, ceiling to floor. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone. Exhale, coming up. And start turning those palms up and down. Option 1, head still on the ground. Option 2, heads up, chest up. Either way, we've got those arms lifted up, trying to keep them in relatively close. Turning those palms up and down. Thinking ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor. A little bit of a deceiving one. Start off feeling quite nice. And by about now, you start feeling that burn in those arms. Really trying to make sure that we're turning those palms up and down, keeping those arms in nice and close. We've got 15 seconds left. That's it, 10 seconds. See if you can lift up those arms a little bit higher. Really feeling that burn in the backs of those arms. 3, 2, 1, and down. Rightio, reach those arms out in front now. We're going to go straight into our freestyle. So normally we break it up into arms and legs. This time it's going to go straight into normal freestyle. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, lifting up those arms and legs. Okay, ideally we're doing opposite arm, opposite leg. Otherwise we can just simply beat those arms and legs at the same time. Off we go. So inhale for a few beats up and down. Exhale for a few beats up and down. As I said, I'll probably throw you in the deep end. Normally we break them up into arms and then legs and put it together. This time we're just going straight into it. That's it. Really beating those arms and legs, lifting them up off the ground, lifting up those legs, squeezing those glutes. You've got 20 seconds left. So see if we can lift up a little bit higher. Really engaging those shoulders, that back and those glutes. The higher we lift, the harder it's going to be. That's it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and down. Rightio, coming up onto our hands and knees, we're going to come into our horse kick. This time our horse kick's going to be a little bit different. We're going to add in our arm as well. So just bring in that knee, whichever leg you're not going to work first. Okay, so we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, extend that arm out, extend that leg. Inhale, draw it back in. Exhale, coming out. Inhale, coming back in. So trying to make a nice long line with that hand and with that leg. So making sure we've got opposite hand, opposite leg, really reaching through those toes, reaching through the arm, trying to make that body nice and long. Okay. Drawing that elbow in, even seeing if you can meet that elbow towards that knee as we draw it in. 20 seconds left. Really lifting up that leg, squeezing those glutes. Obviously we've got that core engaged as well and those back muscles working. Got 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and down. Rightio, bring that other knee in towards the center so it's acting as that stabilizing knee. Draw those shoulders down and back, same thing on the other side. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, extending long. Inhale, coming back in. Exhale as we reach up. Inhale as we come back in. Let's go. Really making that body nice and long, reaching through that arm and leg. Obviously a little bit of a balancing act as well. Okay, so easier option, we don't have to extend quite so long through the body. Otherwise, if we want to make it harder, obviously really reaching that leg up, seeing if you can get it to hip height. That's it. 20 seconds left. Nice long line in that body. 10 seconds left. Last couple. Reaching through those toes. 3, 2, 1, and down. Rightio, staying on those hands and knees. Just bring those hands out a little bit wide. We're going to go into our Pilates push-ups. So just choose where you want those knees. Okay, obviously if you want, you can do them on our toes. So Pilates push-ups a little bit different. We come down for 3 counts and then 1 smooth push-up. Okay, so we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and slowly coming down for 3, and exhale, 1 big push-up. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, pushing up. Okay, so the lower down is a little bit slower, coming down for 3 counts, and then 1 big smooth push-up on the exhale as we come straight back up. Okay, so easier option, we can shuffle those knees in a little bit closer. We don't have to lower that body down quite so low. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, take that body or that chest lower towards the ground. Or if you want, if you're feeling super strong, which I'm not today, you can come up onto your toes and have a go at it on your toes. Last one, and up. Rightio, we're going to come back into those glutes now, so come lying down on our side. It's a little bit all over the place today. So we're going to go into our clams at 90 degrees, okay? So shuffle those knees in, so those feet are at a 90-degree angle. Bottom arm extended nice and long, head resting on the upper arm. We're going to inhale, activate our T-zone. First clams with our feet together. Exhale, open up that knee. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we lower down. Okay, so focusing back on those glutes as we lift up that knee. Keeping those feet squeezed together. Okay, nice easy one to just get us those glutes activated again. Okay, so obviously easier option if you're already feeling it. Just don't lift up that knee quite so high. Otherwise, obviously, if you want to make it harder, see if we can lift up a little bit higher. Really squeezing those glutes. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same thing, but this time it's our clams with our feet up. Okay, or clams with our leg extension, feet come apart. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale, coming back down. Off we go, 1 minute. Okay, so trying to maintain that 90-degree angle with those legs, especially that leg that we're lifting up. Okay, try not to let that leg straighten. We're going to keep it at 90 degrees. That top hand's just in front for support. Remember, we don't want to be pushing down too hard into the ground. Just before we lift up that top knee, I want you to think about engaging those glutes, squeezing them and then keeping them engaged the entire time. That's it, 20 seconds left. I'm already feeling it in this one for some reason. That's all right, 10 seconds left. Obviously, if you want to make it harder, lift up a little bit higher, squeezing those glutes. 3, 2, 1, and down. Righty, we'll roll onto the other side. I was going to do it all on one side, but just so you don't have to hear me cursing, we'll come straight onto our other side. So exactly the same thing on the other side, bringing those knees in close at that 90-degree angle, feet together, our first clam. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that top knee. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we come down. So same focus points as before. Thinking about engaging those glutes just before we lift up that top knee. Keeping them engaged the entire time. Obviously, easier option. Okay, we don't have to lift up that top knee quite so high. Otherwise, obviously, harder option, really lifting up, but keeping those feet squeezed together. Make sure those eyes are looking directly out in front of us. Our top hand's just in front for support. Our shoulders are down and back. Again, we're thinking about that T-zone as well. We've got 10 seconds left. See if we can lift up a little bit higher. Really squeezing those glutes. That's it. And down. Right, we're going to go straight into our next one. Same thing, but with our leg extension. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, lifting up that top knee at 90 degrees. Inhale, coming back down. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we come back down. Let's go. 1 minute. Trying to maintain that 90-degree angle the entire time as we lift up that knee. We want to try and make sure that we're keeping those hips nice and square. Okay, so we don't want them rolling too far back. We're still going to get those glutes engaged, even if we don't lift up that top knee quite so high. That's it. Thinking about engaging just before we lift up and then keeping it squeezed the entire time. Easier option, don't lift up quite so high. Harder option, see if we can lift up a little bit higher. That's it. 10 seconds. Last few. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and down. Righty, I'll roll onto the other side. This is one I'm a little bit nervous about. A, because we haven't done it, and B, because it sounds hard. So it's called our ZigZag. So it's similar to our leg raises. We're going to sweep the leg forward, turn the foot up and down, pulse up and down, turn the foot back, sweep it back, and turn it the other way, and pulse up and down. So when we sweep forward, it's parallel. When we're in the front, we flex down, we turn it back, we sweep it back, lift up those toes, up and down, okay? So we'll give it a little bit of a go. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, Okay, sweep that leg forward, turn that foot down. Exhale, pulse up and down. Turn the foot back, sweep back, lift the toe up, pulse up and down. Okay, turn the foot back parallel. Okay, it's a little bit hard to explain. So as we're exhaling on the pulse up and down, either in front of the body or behind. When the foot's behind the body, we're turning the toe up towards the ceiling. When the foot's in front of the body, we're flexing that foot down. That's it. We're going to stay here for a little bit longer, 20 seconds. Turn the toe up. That's it. So it's just really focusing on turning that foot in those different directions, really engaging those glutes. We've got 5 seconds, last one. And down. Right, our last one is our straight leg raise. So we're going to go straight into it. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, sweep that leg forward, flex that foot down, and we're just going to stay here in front. Okay, so we can go nice and slow. So exhale as we lift up, inhale as we lower, or you can go a little bit quicker. Don't go too quick yet because we'll do our little pulses at the end. So this one should be burning right about now because mine certainly is, probably from those zigzags. So it's just that little extension in there after that zigzags before. So nice and slow. The last 10 seconds, we're going to pulse a little bit quicker. So in 2, 1, let's go little pulses up and down. Really sweep that leg in front of the body. Should be burning. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Rightio. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So hopefully we've got a little bit of that pattern for those zigzags. Okay, so parallel foot as we come forwards or backwards. When we're behind, toe comes up. When we're in front, the foot comes down. Okay, so we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, sweeping forward. Turn that foot down. Exhale, pulse up and down. Turn the foot back parallel, sweep back. Turn those toes up, pulse up and down. Forward, turn the foot, 2 pulses, back, foot up, pulse up and down. I think I've got it right now. So don't spring the foot quite so far back because you'll find that you then get off balance. Okay, so we can just come back in line with the body. We just really want to concentrate on bringing that foot forward. Making sure we're really trying to turn those toes. Okay, either down towards the ground if we're in front of the body, up in the air if we're back in line with the body. That's it. A little bit different, something we're not usually used to. Stay here, we're still going to go for 20 seconds. Really turning that foot down, trying to keep that leg up in the air. You've got 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and down. Quick relax. I'm going to go straight into those straight leg raises. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale, sweep that leg forward, turn that toe down. And it's nice and slow to begin with if you want. We can go straight into those pulses. Okay. Really want to make sure that we've got those toes turned down. We're lifting up that leg. The further we've got that leg in front of the body, the more it's going to really engage those glutes. Okay. Try and keep that leg up. Try not to let it touch the ground. Keeping up the entire time. We've got 20 seconds left. Try not to go too fast because in 5 seconds we're going to go a little bit quicker. And let's go 10 seconds, little pulses up and down. Go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Rightio. Coming up, last one to finish off with, we're just going to go into some calf raises. So if you've got a wall or a chair near you, I'll just turn this up a little bit. Okay, we're just going to be lifting up those toes. Okay, coming up, onto those toes, lifting up those heels. Okay, so you can hold onto the wall, or if you've got good balance, or you want to work on your balance, okay, you can have a go without. Otherwise, really coming up onto those toes, really engaging the backs of those legs into those calf muscles. Now we don't want to be pushing too hard in towards the wall. It's just there for support. Okay, exhale as we come up. Inhale as we come back down. Really squeezing the backs of those legs. The higher we come up, the harder it's going to be. We can even hold up at the top there for a pause or two. That's it, 10 seconds left, last few. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do the same thing, but this time we're just going to do it on one foot. Just turn it back down again so you won't see my face, you just see more my feet. Okay, so the other foot's just going to lift up. We can either lift up onto the ground, off the ground. Okay, we can lightly touch, but we're going to do the calf raises just on one foot. Ready? So we're going to inhale, activate that T-zone again. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale as we come up. Inhale as we lower. So you find it's a little bit harder. Okay, you may still need that support on that wall or on that chair. Really trying to come up nice and high. Squeezing the back of that leg into those calves, really feeling that engage. Something that we probably haven't done very much of before, especially on one leg. Okay, so you might only find that you can then come up not quite so high until we start getting a little bit stronger. Might even start feeling it into those glutes as well, into those hips. We've got 10 seconds left. See if you can come up a little bit higher. 3, 2, 1, and down. Last one. So balancing on that other foot comes up off the ground, or lightly touching the ground. We're going to push that weight onto that other foot. So we're going to inhale, activate our T-zone, and exhale as we come up. Inhale as we come back down. Exhale up, inhale down. Last minute, and then we're done. Really engaging the backs of those legs into those calf muscles. Obviously, an easier option if you need to place that other foot down on the ground, you can. We don't have to come up quite so high. Otherwise, obviously, so you can come up a little bit higher. Even pause up at the top there for a second or two. Really squeezing and engaging those calf muscles. 20 seconds left, last few. 3, 2, oh no, I mean 10 seconds on top of that, 10 seconds left. I was only looking at the other numbers. Now you've got 3, 2, 1, and down. Righto, we'll have a little bit of a stretch. So stay standing up. Just going to go down to our roll down stretch. So roll down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Okay, and we're just going to slowly lift those heels up off the ground. Okay, bending those knees. Okay, if you can't touch the ground, that's all right. You can bend those knees or walk them back a little bit further. Just want to stretch out the backs of those legs. So lifting up those heels, bending those knees. Let's go 3, 2, 1. And slowly coming up, nice and slow. When you're ready, coming down onto the ground. And we come into our kneeling hip flexor stretch. So feeling that stretch in those hips there, sinking into those heels, leaning forwards. Feeling that nice deep stretch. Obviously, if you want it further, lean a little bit further in towards that knee. And we're going to lean back slightly, lift up those toes, leaning forward. Again, feeling that nice stretch in the backs of those legs. Should feel relatively nice after we've just done those calf raises. That's it. And slowly swapping over. Other knee coming forward, sinking in towards those hips. Feeling that nice stretch. Obviously, the further we lean into it, the more it's going to really stretch out those hip flexors. And when you're ready, lean back, straighten that leg, lifting those toes. Hands can either come down or on either side, feeling that stretch in the backs of those legs. And slowly coming up and just bounce on those knees. Just roll that neck to one side, give that neck a quick stretch, pushing away with that opposite hand. And over to the other side, pushing away. And you're all done. Obviously, if you didn't stretch anything else, please do continue to stretch. Otherwise, you're all done.